Hello dear traders, welcome. Today is Friday. Markets are still open for around 2 hours, but I will already do the MK block summary. And we're also gonna start with the very interesting moves we saw on the yen pairs, of course. So as you saw, dollar yen, as well as the other yen pairs, did a big down move. Now they cleared with this move the 200-day moving average on the day chart. And there were some longies in the market. However, take note of this here. Overall, the market was rather empty, okay? So when the Bank of Japan did those comments, the smart money algos used that just to quickly clear the 200-day moving averages in the yen pairs, basically, as you will see soon, okay? But take note of the fact that we are not talking about a squeeze against the longies, okay? So it's not that we had loads of longies trapped and they were taken out. Rather, it was what I would call an empty move, okay? So in that sense, there's not a lot of tradability. I only had a small short there. But we, of course, want to see a lot of long positions in the market before we take such trades, as we know. But either way, take note of how overall, of course, the high has been cleared there. The moving averages have been cleared. And then the algos just went for those aggressive moves, which you see better here on the lower time frames. Okay, so the aggressive down move after the MTS was taken, boom, then the stop hunt pin and also another little kind of retest bar as soon as longies came in, but those were then they shook off the longies with that move. Okay, but you see how the 200-day moving average with precision was taken out, okay? And then afterwards, some shorties came in, so they did the bounce back up today, all right? So let's just quickly also look at the other pairs. Of course, a similar story there. So pound yen, you see here on the 7th of December, there we had some longies, but also the market overall is empty. That's a fact. Regardless, of course, they used the Bank of Japan comments to do a move towards the 200-day moving average. At some point then we had the option strike signals long, but this is not tradable. As you know, we need to see the longies leaving, so we need to see a downward slope in the squeeze line. Otherwise we can't just take a trade like that. But next week it's gonna come probably, so keep that in mind, okay? So here you see again from today the chart. It looks like it wants to take the option strike target because we already have some shorties coming in, all right? But look at the fact that they went for the 20-day moving average also here, the same in euro yen, okay? So here's a euro yen. Also the market was empty. Also here they went for the 20-day moving average. So okay, we see how the smart money algos go for those kind of targets if the fundamentals, let's say, allow it, when there is an empty market as well. But there we can't trade much, because we do not place trades when the markets are empty, as we know, okay? All right, so let's continue. So this was one of the best trades of the week, the Euro Aussie long. Okay, we had the option strike target long. We had an order gap zone on the way. There were some longies in the way, but then as soon as they started leaving, so here at 12.54, we got the downward slope in the green squeeze line. Of course, then we can take the trade, and that was a good decision because on the 6th the target got filled. Beautiful long trade. OSTs have been treating us very well in the last weeks, as you know. I mean, for 4 weeks we had amazing trades there, but you need to wait for the squeeze to die down, okay, if there is a squeeze, okay, because this shows you that longies are pouring into the market. Remember, the OST doesn't have any priority over a squeeze, so we need to see longies leaving before taking the trade, okay? Even if sometimes we enter a little bit late, like here, that needs to be done because we want to always trade with a very high win-loss ratio, okay? And then we also have MTS above the price now. Probably those get taken eventually as well. Let's see. Pound Aussie, similar thing, okay? Pound Aussie on the 7th, that was also one of the best trades of the week, okay? As I said, Pound Aussie has an inner range MTS, a medium-term stop on the 30-minute chart. So I shorted towards there because nothing was in the way, and beautiful, came just a few hours later. Beautiful short trade, I made a lot of pips on that. And then also at the end of the week we have an MTS above the price. Bitcoin made new highs, 43,000 level. Nice. There were some shorties in the market, but as you can see, longies are still dominating. But the smart money just needs a bit of shorties to be in the market to continue higher. So let's see whether that happens. If, of course, more and more longies pour in, they will do a pullback like we know. Okay? All right. So next interesting, so some very interesting moves this week. You remember last week I got stopped out of my short gold trade, but look, that was a good thing because it did a stop hunt to the upside. Shook off those shorties. And guess what? Once the shorties were leaving, we could also take a short trade towards the option strike target, okay, from last week. So the trade where we got stopped on, we did it this week, and we got our pips back. How beautiful is that? All right. Note the downward sloping squeeze line. Okay. Silver did a similar thing. So here we got the filling of the OSTs today. Silver. Where do we have it? Yeah. Okay, so we also here had a down move. Shorties were leaving the market. And then today the down move continued because we had the down money longies. Alright, so look how the down money switches from short to long, from red to green. So therefore the algos did a for reversal down against the down money buyers. Okay, taking out the stops. I did a short there. Nice trade. Alright. Okay. But let's go back to the main forex pairs. So also some very interesting things there. So euro dollar. Okay, we saw that overall with the longies in the market. Then we had option strike targets long. All right, but so here we see nicely how of course they prioritize the move against the down money longies. All right, with expanding longies coming in, so they go down, but as we saw that some shorties are coming in, we knew we could at least trade towards the first option strike target. Boom. And that came nicely, all right? Just touched the spread before the target. So nice long trade here towards the option strike target. However, as you can see, no more shorties could be motivated to enter the market. So what the algos did in response to that is they retested the low and took all the short-term stops here recently. But next week, if shorties come in, we can go for the next OST. So let's see what happens. So nice one. Okay, pound dollar. So we had this constellation where the market was kind of bearish. Longies in the market for our reversal energy. So the price went down. We then had an MTS above the price. They took the MTS and order gap zone nicely with a pin, and then came off again. Look here on the 6th, how you see clearly the down money switch from shorties to longies on the day chart, and in response to that, the down move. Okay. And then on the 8th, so today, we saw how they took the 200-day moving average, okay? Because more longies came in. So no surprises there. Okay, Euro Pound EG. So we first had an MTS trade there, which was nice. Remember, I made loads of pips on this pair the week before because with longies in the market, like you still see here on the 7s, and the algos just went down against the longies, okay? Evolving squeeze against the longies. Clearing out the lows. So that's where the pips are. You can see made a nice short trade. They did a pullback and took those MTS here. And then a bit of shorties came in towards the end of the week, okay? But the short against the longies, of course, that was the very important trade. That's where we did a big jump on the manual account, as you know. Okay, Australian dollar also very nice actually this week. So we had the MTS below the price, okay, with for reversal energy. So it's a golden combi. You see, longies are coming in, shorties leaving for reversal energy plus the inner range targets. So that trade, the short, was beautiful and came on the 5th. Okay, boom, exactly to the target. One of the best trades this week. Okay, that's where the money is. Causality enables you to see where the money is and to focus on that. Okay, that's one of the many benefits it has. Without it, you're blind. So then that MTS above the rise and some shorties. So I did a long trade here, as you can see. Boom, that hit the target nicely. Nice scalp, not difficult at all. So Aussie was very giving this week. And then towards the end of the week we had MTS on both sides. KVS so often basically did the same thing. So also here we had for our reversal energy on the 4th of December. Then we had also there the MTS run long, but Aussie was a better choice, in my opinion. So there was no point in doubling that. And now we have 2 MTS below the price, so next week I will see whether I get a short there, for example. Dollar cuts, neutral. To make a long story short. Let's just see. So today it was neutral. There was nothing to do in dollar cut today. Let's just go back. 4th of December. Yeah, so there we had this beautiful option strike target trade, okay, the long trade, and then the MTS above the price, okay, which got taken. So that was a nice long trade here. Even if you enter here quite lately, you still get some pips out of this, okay, towards the target. So very nice. Okay, the yen pairs we discussed. The metals we discussed, Bitcoin we discussed. So yeah, I mean, some very interesting moves, some good trades. You need to be selective this week a little bit and stay away from any freestyle trades. But I wouldn't say that this week was very difficult. I would say in terms of difficulty, maybe medium, okay? Something like that. And look, you can limit yourself to the very clear setups and just take your pips and observe the rest, okay? If you have the discipline to do that, it's very good. Try to be puristic as a trader. Try to adjust also, of course, your leverage according to the quality of the setups you trade. Yeah, and that ranges from skipping the trade completely to risking a lot on a trade like here. Okay, the causality allows you to evaluate and assess in an objective manner. All right, with some discretionary analysis, but still on the basis of objective factors, where to be in the trade, where to skip the trade, okay, where to let it run, where to risk more, where to risk less. Okay, that's the beauty of it. It's solving the whole game for you so that you can just focus on the trade implementation. Okay, I wish you all a fantastic weekend and a great trading week next week. Lots of love.